All right, guys, good morning. So today we're going to be doing a little bit of urban fishing. We got a little bit of breeze on the water, so who knows, maybe we'll be able to get on a pretty good moving bite. Not 100% sure. We're going to start off with a Ned rig. I got a good feeling about it. I think that we're going to end up catching a lot of fish on it. So without further ado, let's get out there and let's go crank them. All right, guys, so I just want to show you guys real fast what we got tied on and what we're going to get our fish on today. We got a little Strike King Ned bait right there. This thing is going to be absolutely deadly. We got that Morning Dawn color. We got a fat pack bait, 1/4 ounce wrecking ball. The reason why I got a wrecking ball on instead of a toadstool Ned head is because with the wrecking ball, easy to transfer a paddle tail on, easy to transfer, you know, turn it into a shaky head, keep the Ned rig on. You could just use it for so many different things. You could shave down the top of the head to allow it to be treated like a toadstool Ned head. But the main thing is we're urban fishing. Keep it simple. You don't need a whole lot of stuff. Leave all that junk, all that whole lot of stuff for the lakes. Urban fishing is meant to be fun, so let's go get them. Oh boy, it is a bright and breezy morning. Let's see if we can crank on a few fish on this Sunday morning. Wow, this pond has really dropped a lot. That is nutty. Normally it's legitimately all the way up, and the little bass line up on the wall. You could throw paddle tails, stuff like that to catch them. Yikes. This is not going to be the best. Ooh, that was a biter. I literally got so freaking rocked right there, and the fish didn't pin. I mean, that was the hardest freaking hit I have ever had. I'm almost wondering if I like bumped the carp's tail and he got spooked, because like that was intense. And you know, for a fish to possibly hit like that and not get pinned, there was something wrong there. Only good thing about ponds being drained like this is that sometimes they're a little bit more predictable than if they're like all the way up and, you know, pumping with a lot of water and whatnot. Typically I like it more when they're pumping with water because, you know, it's churning things up, cooling the water, creating more oxygen. But when the water's low like this, the fish tend to group together more. They lock together, and if you could just find where they're all sitting and you have a bait running through the area that they want to eat, you're locked in. You're gonna catch them all. Like, that's the best thing about it. Good random little rock pile right here. See, this is what we need when the water's up all the way. And this time in the morning, you would assume there'd be some bass, not busting, but moving around, you know, chasing after some bait fish, and I'm just not seeing that at all. There's one. That's probably a tilapia. That's probably a tilapia. No, it's a bass. It's actually a bass, and it's a good one. Oh my gosh, with how hard that bass fought, I was like, there's no way. Oh my goodness. Guys, that's a beautiful bass to start the day off right there on that little Morning Dawn Ned rig. Oh my goodness, check that out. That is a chunker, an absolute chunker. You gotta love that. Oh my goodness, gotta get them in, give them a little toss to get them in that deeper zone. Oh, what a relief that was. My goodness, that was so sick. Man, I just started kind of moving it a little bit quicker, and with how that fish just grabbed it and ran off, I was thinking for sure that was a tilapia, because that fish bit like a tilapia and fought like a tilapia. You know, you mainly think of Morning Dawn as a color and like a little trick worm, or even like a 10-inch worm sometimes, but you don't think about it necessarily in small Ned rigs, craws, stuff like that. But it works surprisingly well. It's just an overall great color. I've even used Morning Dawn in paddle tails, and they have absolutely slayed a bunch of fish first thing in the morning and right at dusk. The thing with urban fishing is that it used to be on fire. You used to be able to just throw any bait out there and just smack some fish. Now, because the ponds are just so much more pressured the last 5 years, you really have to slow it down to be able to pull these fish. You know, there's still that morning bite, the moving bite, top water bite, stuff like that, but more often than not, I gotta throw a drop shot first thing in the morning in a pond, which is kind of crazy, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do to get these fish up. There's one. Right off that rock pile. Felt that little doink, and we were on. Oh, that was another good one. Why? That first one was barely pinned, and that one was like obviously not pinned the best either. Son of a gun. All right, now one thing I'm gonna do, since we pulled one coming straight and then one coming from the left to right, we're gonna go from right to left. Just keep giving them those different angles, different things to look at. A lot of times that can continue to get you bites. That was a little bluegill right there. You know, when they're good quality bass, I know right away. I mean, the difference in the bite, I mean, you can really feel it. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm changing hooks. It's got to be the hook. All right, guys, so we just went back to the car. We put on a new jig head. We got a new bait on. I grabbed some paddle tails. So now it is time to focus, lock in, stop losing these fish, and get some of these fish cranking, because I should not be losing this many fish. Let's go get them. Oh, just jigging it. Oh, that was so sick. Oh my gosh, guys, it was so sick. It was so sick. Oh my goodness. I literally just threw this out there when I saw some bait popping, and I just started bouncing it. Just a little pop, 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 pop. And then this guy came up and absolutely cranked it. So maybe that's the deal. Maybe we just figured something out. That is why I love bass fishing. There's always something about it that you can learn. That is a beautiful, beautiful fish right there. These fish are stout in here, and that is insane. Get in there, bud. Thank you for the bite. Oh my gosh, that was so sick. I mean, the aggressiveness in which that fish fought, and I don't know if you guys were able to see him fly out of the water, but I mean, he flew out of the water like he was gonna try to get away regardless. No matter the situation. All I was doing is I ripped it out there. I was just popping it. Then my line went tight and I was like, oh, wait, that's a fish. And he felt little at first. So I was kind of just cranking him in, and then he jumped, realized he was hooked, and just went ballistic. Super cool though. See the little pops right here. That's a fish. He was way out there. The second it hit the bottom. Ooh, ooh, that's good in. That's good in. Oh, that's a good one right there. Guys, he just smoked it. It's the Ned rig. It is the Ned rig right there. Oh my goodness. I set the hook on him a little hard for just being a Ned rig, but I'll be honest, I was tired of losing fish. So we had to crank on him a little bit harder than we wanted to. Look at that. Wrong way, bud. Wrong way, bud. You gotta go that way. Boom. There he goes. He didn't want to leave. He wanted to keep hanging out. It's kind of tough to feel the last couple bites. So what I'm having to do is just lift up, and if I see that slight bend in the rod, but obviously it's still coming toward me, I'm swinging. All right, guys, so we haven't done too bad. We've been out here for probably about 45 minutes, and we only have 3 fish up, but we've had a handful of bites. We've hooked up multiple times. We've had a lot of cool action. It doesn't bother me that we haven't, you know, got all our fish up, because at least these fish are decent quality. Like, they're decent quality and they fight so hard. It is mind-blowing. So I'm gonna give it a shot down here where all this water is pumping out one more time, and then we'll come over here, give it a quick little dangle, see if we can pick off a few more. So shoot, I think we will. I think we got a good chance. Let's go get them. Try to pop it maybe a little more aggressive on the bottom. There it is. Pop it a little more aggressive on the bottom. That's what we needed to trigger that bite. Oh, he's barely pinned, guys. He's barely pinned. We got him though. We got him. Oh boy. That's the 4th fish right there. Smallest one, I believe, too. But still, a feisty fish nonetheless. Fell out. Oh my gosh. Any pressure lost, and that fish is gonzo.